chat. It is good to see you again. But, can I see you? Yes, I can. Hello. Welcome back. We're back for game. I'm gonna be frazzled today, because I don't have my these teammates. Screw this freaking shortage. But yeah, ready to get back into the game. Dragons. I am literally a dragon on the internet. Freaking dragons. Oh gosh, I am off my game today. Luckily, the game's about the player, so let's, yeah.
Axe.
Hello!
Hello.
Hello.
How are we feeling?
Pretty good.
You
Excitement.
can't see it, but I'm doing a thumbs up.
Alright. Are we ready to cut back into the game?
Ret to go.
Yeah.
I forgot to pull up this background music. Shit.
All good, all good.
Do one moment, chat. There. There we go. Gosh. I have like 3 different. There we go. Sorry.
All good, all good.
There we go. Alright, so last time on Tipping the Scales, the party went on their raid and ended up taking out a lot of people on the boat. And I think along with that, Ember and Jared are back to having issues to work out. And Suso may not be as good of a guy as the party thinks.
I don't think we thought he was a good guy to begin with.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, how good can a guy
just-
signing up for a pirate raid really be?
Yeah.
Most of us have very questionable motives outside of Ember.
But yeah,
Also, should we just like give a like Ember Jared like current relationship status like at the beginning of each section?
that might be
How much
fun.
they go
down
back
for
and
it.
forth. Current status: tolerating each other. Current status. Ugh. Okay.
But yeah, we'll pick up on the boat still. Does anyone want any scenes before you get back to the city?
I think is gonna get back on the boat, get out of the water.
Jared would actually, depending
Yeah.
on where.
Wait, I think. Oh wait, no, I got out of the water last session.
Oh yeah, that's right. Never
Yeah,
mind then.
I did get back on the boat. I just forgot to move the token. Anyway, so I think he's gonna go over to Mina and it's like, hey, so so when we're done here and need to go get Ginger again, and also, would you like to see if there are any spices in this area or any cooking ingredients you haven't seen?
Sure.
Just
Sure.
as a
That
thank
sounds
you
like
for
a
listening
plan.
to me.
I would listen regardless, but it is appreciated.
All right. I think it's gonna just help Mina out with what she's doing and just kind of be looking over his shoulder a bit at the shady ones. And also, Zoldan, you and I did that like off session insight check. Do we want to have it where it's like at some point they lock eyes and that's when it happens in universe?
100%.
Yeah. All right. So we do that just to get a vibe check, and they both realize some stuff. So, all right.
Simple. At the end of the
Mhm.
moment, just a simple nod, respect, approval, acknowledgement at the very least.
I think Ember doesn't nod back. He just kind of looks down and turns back to what he's doing. All right. Anything else? How's Zini doing?
Well, does anyone know how to sail a ship properly? Imagine the hero's welcome we'd get with this.
I think Ember like not saying anything because we agreed that he swapped out his proficiency with sea vehicles, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think is just gonna take over to get the boat back. So I would get more specific, but I'm not that familiar with boats, either in D&D or real life.
I am okay with boats. Mina doesn't know how to sail. Ismaru has sailed sailboats before, but it's been a long time.
Nice. Yeah. Right. All right, so we scene change.
Yeah.
I said scene change.
So yeah, so you're able to bring the boat back. Let me switch the map. Yeah, you're able to bring the boat in. Most of the other groups were kind of hit and ran. They have supplies on their little skiffs. You're bringing in the whole boat that you attacked, though, and a lot of them are impressed. It's like the reaction's kind of like, "Oh, damn." Impressive. This is the Gilded Wave speaking. And for a first time, too. Not only did you capture it, but you brought it back.
We did our best.
Better than leaving it adrift.
Very... indeed. Well, we'll have to look over it, and then we'll discuss your shares.
Jared simply nods.
And he gives a salute.
Feel free to spend the night as you all wish.
Understood. Let's see.
So with that, I think Jared's gonna cue Mina being. It's like, hey, let's do errands before it gets too late in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a plan.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Better to get it sooner than later. Better to have and not need than need and not have.
Right. Everything you just said. come on. I imagine Ginger's gotten impatient, so. And then he's just gonna head off.
Mina will follow.
You pick up Ginger. She's a good
Mhm.
girl. Happy to see
Mhm.
you.
Mm-hmm. I think he is gonna just give her a long hug before setting her down.
Tail wags. Licks your
Mhm.
face.
Oh my god, what did that druid feed you? Uh, never mind. As long as you're happy, I'll put up with your stinky breath, and then I'll set her down. And how much luck do we have looking for interesting spices?
I would say you're able to. You're definitely able to find them very easily.
Mhm.
Nothing's labeled well, but you can certainly find them easily.
Hell no.
I think I'll like point them out to Mina and be it's like whatever you like, it's on me.
Appreciated, but like I said, I don't need anything for being someone to listen. Would have done it anyway. Did do it anyway.
I know. I'm not good with words. This is how I show people I like them. Is like, oh, you need help with something, or oh, you like this thing, and it's silly, I know, but be completely honest, I also just want to get a bit of a break from the others. Do you trust Jared?
I trust that he will be himself.
Because he was talking to me about his patron and about how his patron will give him a target and he'll just eliminate it, no questions asked. And what happened with Karth, I know that there was a lot going on there and a lot of complicated things and complicated history, and I didn't want to pry too much into that, but he went out of his way to kill someone that he had never met, and that's I don't know how far I can trust someone who does that.
Understood.
And also with Susil, I don't think anyone else saw it from the boat, but when she went down, but when the priestess went down, she was still conscious. He didn't knock her out. He just like froze her and she drowned, and that was I get that we are in a somewhat violent line of work, but
That is taking it too far. It served no purpose.
yeah. I'm just telling you this just because you're the only person here I fully trust.
I trust everyone
'Cause
to be themselves, as I said, and you are very much out of everybody. I would say you are probably the best person amongst us.
yeah. I think I'm the most fragile person among us as well. And I'm not talking about when it comes to fighting. I... Okay, You know how when we first met and I asked if I could travel with you if things went south if the tyrant took over the area, and I mentioned that I wasn't good traveling on my own.
I remember, yes.
I might have been underselling what I meant by that. Okay. 2 questions. First, do you know what the in-between is? I don't know how common knowledge.
I don't know if Mina would know that, and Draco said BRB, so I can't ask him. So let's go with no, and we can adjust what was said if she would, actually.
Okay. I think I'm gonna say it's like, okay. Basically, they're the different realms. There's the Fey realm, realm of shadows, all of that, and the in-between is kind of what connects them all. And it's pretty empty, and time doesn't exactly pass there, so injuries don't heal, you stop aging.
Nothing changes. Stagnant.
All right. And my second question, did you notice that the people at the library looked a lot older than me?
To a point, but I don't know if I've mentioned this, but my family is mostly elven, so I just figured it was something along those lines. They look different than me.
We're the same age. I went to school with them. And yeah, because kind of out of character, Ember was basically like trying to use that as to give Mina an idea of how long he was stuck there. So.
Yeah. And Mina is trying to process.
Yeah, that was a weird thing to throw out. If you have questions, I'll do my best to answer them.
It's something that you experienced, and you are a stronger person than I for coming out the way you are. I don't think I would have been able to handle it.
I mean, I did spend 6 months as an inpatient with a couple healers, so I can't say I came out of it completely well.
You still came out of it much better than I would have. That realm you have described is the antithesis of everything I am.
I know, I just don't... I don't want to give myself too much credit, you know?
You don't need to give yourself the credit when I'm the one giving it to you.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing, and I will repeatedly remind you going forward that you are stronger than you believe yourself to be.
Even though I need a little dog to keep me company?
There is nothing wrong with having a companion.
Yeah. Yeah, one thing, Maisie, who is one of the healers, she helped me, work through a lot of stuff. Something she said is, we are not built for isolation. And I try to remind myself of that.
Some people handle being alone better than others, but doesn't mean that you should be alone all the time. I am one of those who tends to fall into solitude, but being around others is still important.
I think the point is that there's a difference between needing space but still having the option to engage with others and having that choice taken away from you.
Yes.
All right. Also, on a related note, are you familiar with the calm emotion spell?
I am aware that it exists, but it is not something that I have cast myself.
Okay, because I know, I know clerics can use it. Autumn, who's Maisie's daughter, there were a couple times she had to intervene when things got bad.
You needed assistance and it was provided. I see no issue with that.
No, I where I was going with that is couldn't hurt to keep it on hand in case someone opens another unexpected portal next to me.
I
Mhm.
will keep that in
It's up to
mind.
you, of course.
I feel you are doing yourself a disservice to rely on that. I understand that it is something that you would like to have, and I will, as if I am not saying that you are wrong to want this, I am much more the type who would suggest facing things head on.
Okay, oh god, I did not, this is me, the player, not getting across the intention. Because it's more like... It's not a, like, he can't ever deal with this, it's more... It's like, letting her know that this could be a good, in case of emergency, break glass, like, thing to have on hand.
No,
So...
I get it, but this was Mina's interpretation of you're doing yourself a disservice if you think you really do need to have that, just in case. she is continuing on with the Ember is stronger than he thinks he is, and she feels that he is going to be able to work through this better than he thinks he can.
Okay, got it. Trying to apply like actual mental health stuff to like fantasy rules is
Yes.
hard. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it. As
Okay.
somebody who has done a bit of study in psychology, I do find stuff like that fascinating. Mina is not the person to try and necessarily get mental health advice from, because she'll tell you that you need to deal with it.
Okay.
Depending on how well she likes you and how well she's able to come across, the deal with it will either be more friendly or more not.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I think with that in mind, I think is gonna say just it's like sorry, bad suggestion. Sorry.
I
Okay.
don't consider it a bad suggestion. We just have different mindsets on things.
Well, hopefully the grounding techniques I have in my toolbox will be enough to not get me killed.
I won't let
Well.
things get that bad. You're a friend. I don't have very many of those.
I don't either.
And I can't lose one of my few friends because they're having difficulty with things, so I will do what I can to make sure you are as safe as possible if something like that happens.
Thank you. I just want to clear the air on my inability to be by myself for too long.
And that is fine. It is something that you will work towards being better than. Because you are strong, and it is something that you are dealing with that is traumatic. The trauma doesn't go away all that easily. I understand that. I just go about dealing with it differently, I guess. I am not certain how to word what I am trying to say.
It's all right. I guess I'm just asking that we just, regardless of the other people who you trust to be themselves, get up to that we have each other's backs.
Yes.
Thank you. And I think with that, well, he can pay for whatever spices, and then we'll come back. So.
Yep. I think that's a good point to end the scene.
All right.
Okay.
Do Eni and Jared want a scene?
I guess so. I guess, Alden, would you say that they're back at the room they're staying at? Uh-oh.
No!
Well,
The
We're
curse
gonna
of the mic problem
With,
have switched
space
from
with
me to
noise.
Zolden.
Jared's a bit out of it right now, talking to his god.
Technical difficulties.
Oh, wait, it's
I-
so fun. There we go.
There he is.
Yeah.
I absolutely hate how Discord just stops taking input for some reason sometimes,
Every now and
even
then it'll do
though even though I have one input device, the built-in microphone in my laptop. It takes switching from default to manually selecting that microphone, and sometimes vice versa to get it to work again. Technology is fascinating.
Can't
But
live
yeah,
with it,
yeah,
want to stab it.
exactly. Exactly. But yeah, meeting back up in the room sounds like a good place.
Did you want a scene with Eni and Jared first?
Yeah. I'm always down.
Yeah, so Eni, once they get back, just she'll plop down in her bed, and then just kind of bring out her loaded dice. She'll just kind of again begin playing with it with a bit of her shadow magic. So, what do you get from this one?
How do you mean, what did I get?
I mean, last time you did this, seemed like you got some pretty powerful stuff. She's looking over with a knowing look. Got that same look in your eye.
I've taken something. I don't know what yet. I guess it hasn't manifested.
Well,
Perhaps it just takes time.
fair enough. Let it settle. I know it's kind of heat at the moment, but it might be good to make sure to give the others a heads up.
I did announce my intention. As soon as I saw him, I laid my curse. I announced it, even.
She just kind of puffs out her cheeks. How many more of these do you have to do?
As many as there are. At the very least, the rest of my family. At most, dozens, maybe scores. Who knows? If I find one, then they will die.
Well, if needed, I hope they're more like the jerks we faced up north. A lot easier to get the others to help out with that, instead of just a random person that seemed a bit out of it.
That is true. It would be easier to, at the very least, explain coinciding morals and ambitions and all. And what are your thoughts? I know Embers are disapproving. Mina is, well, she would at least approve of the change and the power and self-improvement I seek. Maybe disagree with the method, but oh well. And what of you?
She she'll move the dice to her pointer finger, which she'll hold out, and just kind of balance it there. That's a good question. I'm not fully sure in myself. Well, one, it's like looking into a treasure chest, seeing what neat thing you get. The other time, she then flicks it, and causes it to roll on a 1 by the bedside. Not a huge fan of some of the results that kind of occur from it, especially if it's going to create more enemies. But I guess that's more of your issue than mine.
Speaking of enemies, correct me if I'm wrong. You never did say why you wanted Karth dead, did you?
Sorry, what was that?
You never did say why you wanted Karth dead, did you?
She gives a small little chuckle. Let's just say I owed someone a favor. She gives kind of a sinister grin. Blood for blood.
Jared nods approvingly. And I assume that's all you'll say on the matter.
She will then just get up and stretch. Lady's gotta keep some of her secrets.
And far be it from me to pry into them. Jared then moves over to one of the side walls, leans up against it, crosses his arms. A part of me wonders how long this would go on for. This being the travel, the group. We only happen to align because of common interest, escaping the tyrant. So, how long? Until he's dead? Unlikely, but potentially. Until something kills us? More likely, but unlikely. What are your plans, then? How long do you want to stick around?
For a while, as long as this is profitable. So far, it's been letting me quite a nice little haul. But we'll see. The more profitable might come in the future.
Is that all you care about? Just money? No other ambitions? No other desires to do anything?
No, not really. One nice thing about money. She'll take up her dice and then just start playing with it again. You can always count on it, even if it fluctuates, or even it changes what exactly the money is. For the most part, it'll still have value.
The one thing you can trust, hmm?
Indeed, even if it varies.
You are quite powerful. I'm sure that you could chase something more than just funds.
Probably. But still gonna be a while before I can reach my full potential again. She drops the dice back in her hand. If you excuse me, I'm gonna see if I can find some contributors to my wealth if they're willing to play a friendly little game. She gives just a coy little smile and then heads out the room.
Jared just watches as Eni leaves for a moment and just makes a mental note, and then for a brief moment he pauses thinking, but then as she's leaving calls out, "Reach your full potential again."
She'll just leave with a little chuckle. Keep going.
Interesting. I wonder what that one looked like.
Jared, as Eni leaves, you can swear that the eye-like patterns on her hat look at you. But then you blink and it seems like they're back to normal.
Now that is intriguing. I suppose I'll have more than one reason to stick around the group. Then he would go to maintain his equipment until people return or until something calls him away.
Alright. Does anyone else have anything they want to do for the night? Or should we cut to the next day?
I'm good cutting to the next day.
Eni's just gonna gamble, so that's about it.
Alright.
Mm-hmm. At some point, I do want a Eni gives up her gambling tip
Oh yeah,
scene.
let's cut to that scene then.
You down for that?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I
Also,
imagine Eni.
we
Eni,
talked can I burn a resolve to swap out one of my tool proficiencies for a dice set? Because I think that's one of the ones I have access to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Okay, I'm now proficient with dice.
Like Miranda in real life.
I'm not proficient with them, I just have a lot. I'm just a goblin.
Number
Alright.
rocks, number rocks, number rocks.
No, they're math rocks.
Potato, potato.
Yeah. Okay, so. But yeah, so I think he's yeah, because I think he's unsure of me, but he's kind of like looking at this. If it's like, let's try getting to know Eni on her terms. Similar with when he like barred with Jared. It's like, yeah. It's like, so I think Caesar playing is like, hey, you. Would you be willing to help teach me what you're doing? Because
Eni,
so I want to luck check to see if I'm familiar with the type of dice game, because I probably saw some like at the end.
Luck check.
Alright. Just D20?
Yeah.
Alright. Yes.
Oh yeah, you're familiar.
Oh yes, liar's dice. I don't know any other like dice only games off the top of my head.
Yahtzee.
Play Yahtzee, right?
It's like, oh, I played it. But yeah,
Yeah.
so but yeah, so how do we want to like go about doing this with? But yeah, because I think it'll basically like, you know, hey, could I join the game
I don't see
that
why
you're
not.
playing?
I'm sure the
Okay.
boys over here wouldn't mind some fresh blood in the water.
Bring it.
All right.
Look over to the other like sailors and pirates.
Yeah, just like gruff pirate look, except like half of them are lizard people. Well, lizard or salamander or dragon people. It's just bring it.
Mm-hmm. And then I think he just like picks Ginger up on the floor, puts on the lack, and puts him on his lap, like kind of like with her like little paws on the table, and like, all right, we'll do our best, won't we? I'm trying to throw them off with the cute doggo.
All right.
All right, so and I think I'll just ask over to Amy being it's like, hey, if you want, you could stand back and message me some tips. Basically, being it's like she can stand further away and like message him advice if she wants to be a little more sneaky about it.
She'll shrug and kind of move to the other side and just
Okay.
shift about a bit.
All right. Okay, so how's this work?
I'll say we'll just abstract it out
Mhm.
for the session.
All right. But yeah, I guess could I? So with the way we're doing this, since the idea is like Eni's kind of giving tips on like how to bluff, could it be like Eni's essentially giving Ember the help action on deception checks?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can roll deception with advantage to see how I do
Yeah.
with bluffing.
You
So
have a good result. Stay calm. No
Okay.
thinking. Don't shifting your eyes.
all right, all right. I rolled on the computer. It'll load eventually. Yeah, I think he's like very much just like trying to focus on just, you know, Ginger, and kind of like not getting like too in his head about like, you know, the results. Like pretty good for me, you know,
Yeah.
given my 0 to deception.
And now let me roll for Edie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Ember, like you,
No fair, you have a +8.
and I'd say the way this goes is like Ember, you, oh yeah, this is pretty good, and then Edie, like, ah, dang, that is really good, but this is better.
She just lifting up her cup and revealing like 2 5s and 3 6s.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be like, all right. I think I'll do one more game and then not gamble any more money.
All right.
So let's
This
try
one
that.
With this one, she'll actually do a disadvantage. Kind of
Okay.
trying to let
Trying to let
Ember
Ember
win.
win one. Oh, I rolled real bad. Oh no!
Oh.
16.
I rolled a 5 and an
Sorry.
8.
Yeah, so Edie, you're taking it a bit easy on Ember, but then, like, he does not have a good poker face this time.
Yeah.
She kind of
Yeah, or I think I was like, oh, I actually did pretty well this time. I got it down, and then it's like, wasn't putting as much effort into masking his facial expressions this time around.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's time to get another message. Sorry, go
Okay.
a little bit all out the first time.
It's alright. But yeah,
You got this,
how
Al.
much gold
Keep
did
it
I
up.
work on?
I would say don't worry about gold right now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's probably gold that we stole from the ship anyway, so,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm. It probably just evens out over the evening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. I think, with that, he's gonna, go get some food, and especially, like, find something tasty for Ginger. Because I'm sure it's like we probably either gone through a lot of the dinosaur meat, or like she's gotten a little tired of it at this point.
Yeah. I would say sometime in the evening, you all are called and given your share of the treasure. I'll figure that out between sessions.
Valid.
I should have done
Fair and
that before.
understandable.
I had 2 weeks. I didn't do it. This is on me.
All good, all good.
It's okay.
But yeah, so yeah, does anyone have anything they want to do, for the night, or are we cutting to the next morning?
Next day's good.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Yeah, sounds good with me.
Does anyone have anything that they do in the morning?
I think Ember does take time to just kind of sit outside and also just whatever breakfast he's eating does give himself time to enjoy it. He's also probably the first one up because he needs the least amount of sleep. So
Alright. So yeah, Ember, you're sitting outside with Ginger, eating your breakfast. I could figure.
I don't know
something
what a good piratey breakfast is.
Hardtack and grog.
Click clack. I watched Chasing History. I have to make the hardtack joke. It's probably like what I'm imagining is you probably get a flatbread and something. Yeah,
Flatbread and stuff you can put on it.
Yeah. But as you're out, eventually, someone approaches you. In the people around here, very rough and tumble. Almost everyone's clothes has some sign of repair or some such. Even maybe some of the people closer to the Dragon Lord, it's fancier, it's well kept. But you wouldn't but you also wouldn't usually see a dress here. Especially not one of this fine of silk, this intricate of patterns and designs on it, embroidery, that's the word. And as you look up, the figure before you is an elven woman holding a parasol. Her skin is very pale, but otherwise her skin is very pale, but she is also very beautiful. And she just looks down at you kindly. Hello? I would like to know where the Dragon Lord is.
Why do you ask?
I am here on business of something taken. To get it back.
Should I make the deception with disadvantage just to hide the guilty face? Or should it just be straight deception?
If you want to roll a disadvantage, you can roll a disadvantage.
Okay. Alright, I'm doing disadvantage.
Pulling out the tome.
Okay, it's not loading, but I got a nat 1.
Her,
Oh no.
I will
There it
say, her expression immediately softens at that nat 1.
Yeah, and I think it's definitely like with whatever passive insight she has is definitely getting that it's less of a, it's like, you know, like, oh no, I've been found out, or more of just a, like, you know, it's guilt because it's like, oh, like, he knows he did something very wrong, and not like, you know, oh shit, this person found me out, so,
Yeah.
you know. That was a weird voice I did, I'm sorry. I don't know where that
All
came
good,
from.
all good.
You don't seem like you're made for this place, dear. What brings you here?
I'm just trying to help my friends with some important stuff, and we're trying to make friends where we can, and I guess making friends in this case meant doing things I regret being involved in.
It often does. Many experience such displeasures in their own paths. She outstretches her hand, almost like to help you stand up. If you wouldn't mind escorting me. Apologies if that's too formal, but...
No, I can do that, and I think I will escort her, like, kind of as far as I can, but will kind of like duck out once we get there. So,
what's Ember's passive perception?
it's passive perception is 16. It's actually the best of my 3 passives.
When she takes your hand to help you up, like, from her physique, like, she's a bit dainty, not too thin, but just, like, you know, more elegant. You would not expect her to be this strong. Holy shit, does she seem strong from just what you're getting with a single hand. Like, she doesn't budge an inch when you're standing up. And she gives you a smile. What is your name, if I may ask?
Ember.
Ember. Good name. Matches the face and everything else.
Thanks.
If we have time afterwards, I would love to meet these friends of yours. Perhaps we can help each other out.
Alright. And I think I will... Also, can I just, like, insight check her? Just,
Yeah.
you know, for fun. Much better. much better than the deception.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
whisper this. I'm gonna whisper this.
All right. Also, I just realized I accidentally clicked intimidation instead of deception, but it doesn't matter. It's the same modifier of nothing.
Numbers do be numbers.
With charisma being his dump stat, it's almost like he wasn't around people for a really long time or something.
What is everyone else doing this morning?
Getting ready for the day.
Same with Eni.
Prepping for the day, getting a meal, and preparing for whatever comes. Evidently, it'll, unbeknownst to Jared and everyone besides Ember, apparently a lot.
I would say this is time being a bit wibbly wobbly. You all do notice that there seems to be a bit of a commotion outside.
Wonder
I
what's going
wonder
on.
what this could be.
Oh, it's too early for this. Should we check it out, though?
Indeed, we should.
Fine.
Eni has powder coffee.
Yeah, she just kind of follows behind the other two. It was clear that Eni stayed up way too late.
Oh no.
Too much gambling.
Yeah. So,
Oh, dang it.
you all looking out in the commotion, you see, the same figure that Ember was walking with. Ember, just a bit off to the side, I am presuming, as,
Yeah.
what caused the promotion?
Can I make a stealth check just for fun?
Sure. Just like, I don't want, just trying to hide into the crowd, stealth check.
Yeah. Alright, 15, not bad.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's obviously a very fair reaction as, like, she didn't go into the lair. Once you brought her there, her, this is, like, Ty being a bit wibbly, like, explaining what happened between scenes, because, players didn't get to see it. Her immediate response was not to go into the lair, but rather to call out in challenge. And the Gilded Wave has come out in their lizard folk form, looking with a very similar expression to Eni, but in like hastily put on clothing. And this woman is standing very proper posture, very proud as the Dragon Lord approaches her. Alright, what the hell is it that you want? I am here because your raids have taken something very important. Something custom ordered. Look, I'm doing what I'm doing. Back off, lady. I'm not in the mood for this. It's... and then, like, they look up at the sky, realize that it's starting to approach noon. Look, I just woke up. I don't want to deal with this shit right now. And how does everyone react when her form starts to glow with brilliant light?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
He just sighs. I haven't even got paid yet.
You misunderstand me, Gilded Wave. I come representing... Sorry, brain completely forgot the name. I come representing the Matron of the Moon. This thing taken is a custom order. Very expensive. Could everyone roll a history check for me?
I was going to say, does Mina know who that is?
I would say Eni and Jared at disadvantage because you're not from the territories.
After that,
That all one more time.
6.
14 and 15. Not bad.
A 4 and a 1.
Eni, you've heard you've I think you've understood this because you've overheard about her from gambling, but like from just being more social than everyone else. This is a great worm. The person she's representing is a great worm, as powerful as the Golden Tyrant.
Yeah, that Edie sobers up a bit. And it kind of makes a grimace. Oh, Blade. That's not good news.
Look,
Which part?
you can tell your Dragon Lord that she can come here and take it herself if she wants. But if she does, she's going to be in for a fight. You really think I'm scared of you, little hatchling? I don't want to resort to violence. I never do. But the fight would not take long if it happened. The object in question isn't even that big. I just want it because I ordered it. So, what will it be? I'll have to ask my friend what he thinks. Sorry that this is two NPCs having a dialogue.
Oh, no, that's
Look,
That's
this is how we
perfect.
go
Oh, no.
sometimes.
Yeah.
I would certainly like to do insight on when they mentioned friend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same. Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, 2. Yeah, Edie's still focused on the
Yeah, big insight.
envoy of a great worm.
That's a 14.
Okay. Should I also
19.
roll insight?
Heck yeah.
If you want to.
Yeah?
Okay.
Oh, heck yeah, 19.
6! Yay! I'm not, but I didn't roll the worst.
With the 19, Jared can definitely pick up. The Gilded Wave is not afraid because this friend they're mentioning they're confident that this friend would be a match for the Matron of the Moon, aka it's another great worm.
Apparently, this friend is a match for whoever would be called for the fight. Now that's outstanding.
Something we
Just-
want to be here for. He does look a tad cautious on this.
What's everyone's passive perceptions?
Not great.
16.
15.
10.
Whale.
So Mina, I would say funny enough, I would say Mina and Ember, with your passive perceptions, you're both able to pick up on it. Suso's in the crowd. You haven't seen much emotion on his face. But he seems very into this discussion.
He just has a bowl of popcorn out and is just
Basically, not literally, but like, yeah, that's the expression he's got. You're a stubborn one.
Yeah. Also, if I may do something, while this discussion is happening, because she's like, "Oh, I had something commissioned." So does Ember know where like the treasure hoard was kept after the raids were going on?
Yeah.
Okay. I think he's a little worried about a fight breaking out, so I want to see if I could try to sneak over there and attempt to use magic awareness to suss it out.
Ooh, yeah, stealth check.
Alright. Okay. Oh,
Woo!
Nice.
Yeah, you are able to stealth pretty well through this place. And then you're using magical awareness, correct?
Yeah, so 60 foot I think it's a 60-foot radius. Let me just double check that real quick. Yeah, 60-foot radius. I know the location of any spell or magic item that isn't behind total cover. I'm guessing everything is just kind of in a big pile.
Yeah. Technically,
Okay.
if it's in the pile, that would technically be total cover, but also, like, I don't give a shit. Yeah, you're able to...
Loose, it's like, you know, he
Yeah.
can, like, you know what, for more than one turn, he can just, like, sift through it.
Yeah. I need to pull up what the Gilded Wave has. There is... You get 3 pings, from the Horde. You get 1 ping that is a transmutation item. You look at it, and it's a potion. You get another ping that is, I have not determined what magic this is yet. It's a spell scroll. And then the third ping is a kind of mixture of conjuration and illusion magic. And as you dig through, you find a metal disc that's about the size of a plate, but looks like it's made of multiple pieces, like together, and that's kind of, right now it's folded into the shape of a disc.
Okay. And does the third, because she mentioned it being custom, does the third thing seem like the most likely thing to be what she's looking for?
Yeah, this is a very intricately made piece of sculpture? What could this be?
Mm-hmm. Okay, I think with that, I'm just gonna go back out, and I'm gonna interrupt the crowd, and I'm gonna give it back. And I know I'm gonna get in trouble for this, but you know, as long as it's just me getting in trouble.
Yeah, so...
You think
Sir?
you're going alone.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
You think Mina would let you face the music alone.
Well, I think he's gonna get that out, and then just go and just say, "Wait, this is what you're looking for, right?" And then I'm gonna hold it out to her.
Yes, it is. Thank you so much, dear. Gives a slight bow to you. And like holds out her hand, not like demandingly, but just I'm
Mhm.
ready to take it if you're ready to hand it off.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he will hand it off. And with my passive insight of 13 to how's the crowd feeling right now, because I think I might have to dash out of there.
The crowd is surprised. The Gilded Wave
Okay.
is glaring at you. And the woman is just kind of like giving them a smile back that is kind of sickeningly sweet. Like, oh,
Mhm.
try. Like, you can try something. You certainly can.
During the lull of
I-
everybody trying to figure things out, Mina's going to make her way over to Ember and just stand in front of him.
Yeah. Ember
Jared
in the
will follow
meanwhile
close
is just,
behind and do the
he's
same.
just ready to shadow step out of there if it looks like something's gonna go bad.
Edie just seeing the two just move forward. Yeah, after Ember runs out. Oh. Fine, I guess we're being idiots now. Okay. And we'll just follow behind quickly.
Suso will also join you all.
Oh.
Your
It's not a
allies.
second-
So, you all would stand with a thief against me.
I will stand with my friend.
As much as I love a good fight, this seems unnecessary. It would save everyone pain and heartache to simply do as is asked. I personally believe.
I have to agree. Are you sure you want to gamble this whole place and all you've earned on one thing?
It's not the thing that matters at this point, it's the action. You stole from me. I could squash all 5 of you, all 6 of you, right now. No, you couldn't, dear. Looks over at the woman. Really? You don't even recognize what I am?
Jared seems. He seems like he's anticipating a reveal. He can't wait. He seems excited.
Yeah, Edie's like makes a face like thinking they know already what's be coming.
She will go over to you all and like hand the parasol and the disc over to Ember of like a take him off my hand just for a moment kind of deal.
Mhm. Ember will hold them.
She steps back into like the middle of the circle that the crowd is and begins to glow again, this time even brighter, completely enveloping her form, brighter and brighter and brighter. And when the light fades, in front of you all is a massive dragon. For Mina and Ember, light dragons are usually brighter than she is, but her light is cool and comforting, like the moon.
It is her herself.
Gilded Wave. I understand the difficulty you are now put through. So I propose a compromise. I will escort these ones out of your lands, and there will be no violence between us. You will not call this friend you think can match me. And we will go about our separate ways. Do we have a deal? The Gilded Wave looks to all of you. How is everyone feeling about that possible deal?
Mina seems.
Ember just wants to get out of there.
He
Jared.
is certainly frustrated, but it's like, this is kind of resigned to this, because knowing that it's like, getting away with your life is better than a big haul. Getting a possible big haul.
Jared looks like he is accepting of the terms, but also the look in his eye is almost daring. Like, go ahead, do it. Make my day.
Very well then. Get out of my lands. Go! The dragon cocks their head a bit, once again envelops in light, and the woman's form returns, and she comes and just collects the parasol.
Mm-hmm.
Very well.
Alright, I give it back.
Very well, let us make our way.
What?
Yeah. Let's get out of here.
Yes.
So I think we'll just go hastily pack up his stuff and get out of there.
Yeah, with a sigh, Eni nods and just follows.
I will say, as we're going to get our stuff, Ember will tap Eni on the shoulder and it's like, hope these are good. And I will give her the scroll and the potion.
Let me just do a sleight of hand. 23.
Yeah.
Just without even like changing her expression, she'll just slip them into her robes and just message you. Thank you, and while we're losing out on a great deal, do you think this was the right call over full-on war? Good job.
We'll respond back. Thanks. All right, and I'm just thinking of that one part in the Mighty Nine campaign where Jester's like, let's go. Ember's not saying it, but that's how he is internally. It's just
That was a pretty impressive move, Ember.
I agree. Quite bold. Admirable, even.
Told you you were stronger than you thought you were.
Could have gotten you killed, but that only makes it more impressive.
you guys didn't have to stand with me. I was willing to take the fall on my own.
Didn't
Where
have
do you
to.
have all the fun?
Didn't have to, but I told you that I would have your back.
Thanks.
Yeah, went with the
course.
winning bet, and in all honesty, preferred yours over the waves.
I also don't feel that we would have gotten at least what I wanted from the wave.
And,
If you
well, we're trying to make allies, and I think we did succeed in that.
if you hadn't done that, then I would have tried peaceably suggesting something, but different means, similar effect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Seeing that attitude, that would have ended very poorly. Not you. He points over to Jared. Just if the way it continued.
Indeed. It's honestly foolish to try and fight a dragon unless you're strong enough, and I mean this with no disrespect intended, but you all don't seem strong enough to face the wave.
Yet.
No. One attack from him,
Well, it's
and
a
I
good
would be
thing
dead.
I am very fast.
The key word that wasn't there is yet.
Indeed.
And the wave isn't even the one that I wish to be fighting.
Indeed, but I do wonder about what they said. They were too confident with being presented by the ire of a great worm. Far too confident.
I have one. Yes.
Mina was going to say, I have one theory, and I don't like it.
We might have the same one then.
Entirely probable.
You will have to fill me in on the details as we travel.
The Golden Tyrant.
Agreed. If
Yes.
not he, then some other similar one.
The Nature of the Moon has been waiting, but like she's there with
Oh,
you all.
I thought we were walking and talking. I thought
Oh.
we were leaving
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were
we
still.
got to stop and then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's definitely there. She's overhearing the conversation, but like, I would say not even an inside check is needed. She's being polite enough where she's not intruding on the conversation.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you all can ask her questions
Mhm.
if you want, but she's not going to intrude in on the conversation.
I think Ember's like curiosity. I think he is gonna ask her. It's like, so what sort of thing is it?
Oh, I can show you when we settle down for the night. It's not that it's something that needs to be kept secret. It's just easier to show than to tell.
Then please
right.
show
Makes
us.
sense.
I will escort you all until we are out of the Gilded Waves territory. From there, I do need to return to my lands as quickly as possible. My children are already upset with me for making this trip myself, but I will. But it was a good opportunity. Let me ask.
By children, does she mean younger dragons?
Yeah. So some dragon lords, like the dragon lords under them will be like ones they conquered. Others will be like, you know, I'm investing power into you. Some of them do like, you know, their children will be the ones they invest power to.
Got it. I guess. I think we'll say, would, as a possible trade, would any of your children be up for empowering a weapon. Basically, it's like, are any of them adolescent dragons who could power Mina's hammer?
I'm sure my eldest daughter would be fine with it. I could also do it myself.
If you're willing,
If you were
then I
willing,
see no reason we'd say no.
absolutely incredible.
Of course, just for my own sake, I would prefer to do it if we were to meet again in my territory.
Of course.
I don't want to be assaulted on my way and not have the power to defend myself, but you do have that option available to you.
Thank you.
Of course, you did me a great boon. Let me ask you, are any of you artists in any way? Sing, dancing, painting?
I do drawings, and I actually do know a little bit of embroidery. I meant to compliment your dress.
Oh, thank you. I would be honored to purchase anything you would want to create.
All right. I could do a portrait, or just like, well, we'll offer to do a sketch, to do a drawing for her. Just I don't know what sort of thing she would want.
Yeah, she would definitely be down for a portrait.
Oh yeah. I will do that.
Yeah.
So
um,
So I think we said it's a
dexterity performance check.
okay. Well, I have 0 performance, so it's well
So here's a
actually would
guidance.
it... Oh, thank you. Also, cause here's the thing. Like, even though like I'm not proficient with performance, I would still get a +1 from the luck stone, right? Because it is a skill check.
Yeah.
So instead of a
Well-
+3, which is just my
Yeah.
dex modifier, would be +4. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll just roll that. So and you can roll the guidance.
All right. Have a +1.
Yay, 16.
16.
Nice, nice.
It's a pretty good portrait.
Mhm. Oh yeah, it's also a charcoal drawing.
Yeah.
So that's what he uses.
I unfortunately would not be able to carry this back. I would handsomely pay
Where-
you for it if we are ever to meet in my lands.
Where is your territory so we can travel there next? You can go, and then you can go back to your lands, and then we shall join you.
It is up in the mountains to the northeast. So all the way up here where I am pinging. Yes, the map is huge.
The biggest map.
Yep.
Then that is where we shall go next.
I look forward to seeing you all there. Forgive me, I should have asked for your names sooner. I've already met Ember.
I am Minathira, but I prefer to go by Mina.
Mina.
Jared Harrison. Pleasure.
The pleasure is all mine. Susil from Ergoreos. Pleasure to meet you, Susil. And then
Can I
let's-
make a history check to see if I know where that is?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
Ergoreos is just across the Golden Sea. It's one of the mortal kingdoms.
Gotcha. Alright.
And she looks to Eni.
Yeah, Eni's he's again not too happy right now. Is kind of looking over at least what she managed to walk away with, thanks to Ember. We'll just kind of just Eni.
Well, it has been an honor to meet you all. It is a bit early, but it feels like this is a good ending point for the session.
Yep.
Mhm.
I do
Yeah.
have one scene as we flash back to the previous afternoon and evening, soon after returning from the raid, as the Gilded Wave sits on their pile of gold. And one of their advisors, Dragon Lord, they've returned to discuss the deal. Very well, let them in. I've made my decision now. Very good, Dragon Lord. The lizard folk bows, heads to the door, opens it, and coming through are two individuals. Both, at first, seemingly human with darker skin, like Ergoreos across the Golden Sea. However, one of them, instead of legs, her body trails off into the tail of a snake. And the other, instead of arms, he has the front half of snakes instead of arms. So, you've made an answer to our proposal. Yes, I have. On the solemn promise of the Golden Tyrant that my lands will be my own. You don't have to worry about that, Dragon Lord. At a certain point, land and power do not interest him. Right now, what he seeks are allies. Well then, let me in on the rest of his grand plan. And that's where we will cut the episode.
Called it.
Yeah.
I was gonna, but one of my plans for that was like calling it straight up calling it out in the discussion. I like having the flashback though. that was a fun way to turn it with like what Ember ended up doing. That was a really good move. That was a really
was
fun
so
move.
Very
It's
risky,
funny.
but that paid off.
I also realized it's because here's the thing: Ember was specifically a transmutation wizard, so it's like, oh wait, former transmutation wizard, getting back a very important thing for a very old, very powerful white person.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I love that. I love that so much.
That's great.
He grabbed that one moment from the Mighty Nine.
I may be from the Empire, but I am no friend of the Empire. Oh, it's gonna be so fun to see animated.
I'll look forward to it. Until then, though, it gives me time to finally watch it because I forgot I have Prime this whole time.
Season 3 of Vox Machina in like a month.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot wait for all the emotional devastation that the trailer is promising.
Yep.
Just getting flashbacks to our own campaign that just got out of hell. Specifically,
also-
Dis.
Yeah. Also, the thing is, if Ember was not it, if like the like pile of stuff that we just got was in a locked room, I was just gonna have Ember find some sort of like crack so he would have line of sight so we could shadow step in there.
Heck yeah.
Like that was the plan if it was like locked off, if the stealth check wasn't
Nice.
enough. Also, thank you, RNG, for giving me that natural 19 on the stealth check.
Yeah, that was so good.
That
That
was
was so
so
good.
The dice have
Thank God.
stories to tell,
Hmm.
and it particularly liked the way you were going.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, because because again, it's like, oh yeah, I can sense where magic items is. Let me see if I can find the thing to de-escalate this.
And meanwhile, it also kind of escalated it, but hey,
Yeah.
I can smash you just like you can smash them. De-escalated it again.
Yeah, yeah. And you did manage to so far peacefully resolve this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If you ever run into the Gilded Wave again, they are not gonna be happy.
No, they're not.
Well, the
but,
next time we run into them, they're about to get their heads split.
True enough.
or at least teach them some manners.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you everyone for showing up. Thank you players. Could not do this game without you.
Thank you for running.
Thank you.
And we
Yeah.
cannot do the game without you.
Exactly.
Have a good night, everyone. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good night, everyone.
See y'all laters.